Mama Vi, she's here. Mama Vi, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good morning to you. Yeah.
Still some wavy, you know?
I was not feeling well on Saturday and
I beg,
Sunday.
are you well?
Better.
We don't want to better.
No, it's not COVID. No COVID.
No, we're not saying
And
it
as
is
a result
or it
of
is
that,
not.
I want to thank Salifu Komba for the...
He made you feel better.
No, he kept checking up on me and all that.
You
and
sound like you have a cold. Do you have a blocked nose?
No, I don't have a blocked nose.
Okay.
I haven't been feeling well over the weekend.
Okay.
And if that will result in me, I think it's a kwashi. Elvis Kwashi will give me.
No, I mean in these times, I tell you what, you don't need anybody to tell you.
So that should go.
You just have to say, I don't feel well.
So from tomorrow.
But you didn't feel well over the weekend, and then you come to work on Monday. I come and say you don't feel well.
I'm not well.
From tomorrow, you're not well. Today you're well. Tomorrow you're not well.
From tomorrow, I'm not well. So Mr. Kwashi will give me the leeway. But we have to say that one thing that we have to keep telling people is that let's follow the rules and the guidelines. Yeah. The related issues of making sure we're not in the midst of social gatherings, we should observe them. We should also use the sanitizers, they're important. More important is the use of soap and water. When you make entry into your home, before you make entry within the home, when you get out of the home, you interact with people, make sure you sanitize. Don't touch your eyes, your nose, your mouth or your lips, and make sure that you keep educating those around you. That will be the best way that you can prevent infection. More so, if you work with an organization where you tend to work in droves, make sure that at least you let your boss see reason for you to work out of the office. It's very important. If you have tasks that could be delivered out of the office, make sure that you are able to convince them to introduce this. I have seen that many organizations, local organizations, are not obeying this basic work rule. It is not something or a figment of the imagination of anybody. The World Health Organization says such should be one of the guidelines, working out of the office or working from home or in a close environment. If you don't feel well, you have gone through all the related materials about symptoms, etc. on coronavirus, and you feel unwell, make sure that you report to a hospital, designated hospital more so, and then you self-isolate. It's very important. Let us not joke with this, not at all. Let us not joke with this.
Preach on, brother. If you've seen the situation in Italy, and I don't know if it's possible for us to show some of the videos, particularly this one that the Sky Reporter had access to one of the facilities, and it's incredible. You see coffins lined up. These are persons who died with their families in isolation, and they couldn't even say their last goodbyes to them. You know, like human beings, it's almost like you're waiting to die more. I mean, the stories are horrible. Definitely. And to think that Italy is one of the richest countries in the world, that's a fully developed country. We look up to them. We look up to those countries that we're seeing suffering today. And it's really, you can't say that the things that we're practicing, all the advisories that we've gotten that we're practicing, you can't say that we could do them better than these countries that are going under you know, the difficulties and the challenges that they are currently going through. So
and then just to add to what I don't know whether our producer will let us show that whole package of the Sky
we should
report.
Actually we should.
Let's say it's a hospital like the Greater Accra Region, the Ridge Hospital, and they've used their reception, their hallways, every place to be used as an intensive care unit. So just imagine every hallway, alley of a big hospital like the Ridge Hospital has been used as a ward. So just imagine.
Yeah.
And then they even have their chapel filled with coffins. And they don't even tell the relatives that come and identify.
What are you identifying? You are in isolation. You are in.
Exactly.
You've been quarantined. There's
before you get buried. So they bury en masse.
Yeah.
Let's observe them. It's not funny at all. Yeah.
All right, let's go through the newspapers, the stories that are being covered. The front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper, that's where we'll start. Says borders closed, directive will last 2 weeks. Arrivals to undergo mandatory quarantine. Churches go quiet. Worshippers observe restrictions on social gathering. Mad rush for foodstuffs over fear of COVID-19 lockdown. A story did go around that the president, in announcing, in addressing the nation, was going to make this announcement, and people were, particularly on Saturday, buying lots of stuff. But it turned out it's not a lockdown. It is not a lockdown. It's some of the major markets in our country closed so we can disinfect those markets, and it's only for today. So market will be back tomorrow. On the back page of the paper, Transport Ministry donates sanitary items to unions. 8.4 million Ghana cedis insurance cover for medical workers. Let's do the Ghanaian Times front page. First COVID-19 patient dies as Ghana records 21 confirmed cases. So I guess this headline was before we recorded 24, because the cases we have 24, and we know one person has sadly died. NIA halts mass Ghana card registration in Eastern region. Man 35 in trouble for firing gun at NIA registration center. Churches empty nationwide in compliance with president's directive. Government tightens restrictions against COVID-19, closes land, sea, air borders, recalls retired health professionals, orders 15,000 test kits. On the back page, local government ministry sensitizes market women on good hygiene. Kalio solar power project progresses steadily. Let's do the Daily Dispatch. Front page of the Daily Dispatch, fights against coronavirus. In Israeli government to track phone data of suspected COVID-19 patients. NDC on imposition of restrictions bill. 2 Ghanaian MPs and 5 staffers to self-quarantine for 14 days over COVID-19 scare. Chinese ambassador to Ghana's open letter, COVID-19, together we win. Let's do the custodian. Custodian, government to procure 50,000 test kits for COVID-19. Ghana legalizes marijuana for health purposes. Sagnarigo Municipal strategizes to fight COVID-19. MLGRD takes COVID-19 prevention campaign to 1,000 markets. And the final paper for me is the Ghanaian Observer on coronavirus. 50,000 testing kits coming as government allays lockdown fears. Parliament has not legalized weed for public consumption. Menchia North MP clarifies. Otumfor fumes over COVID-19 politics. NLA on warpath against fake lotto agents. And NDC's Kofi Annan charged for fraud, money laundering. Details in the paper. Roland?
Yeah. So quickly, let's. Oh, I wanted you to do this as well. So let me
Which one is that?
Yeah, this one.
So
have you done Finder?
No, I haven't. I didn't see the Finder.
And then there's something on Unipass I want
Turning out to be one of my favorite papers. So let's do the Finder. Front page of the Finder newspaper. 50,000 test kits, PPEs procured to ramp up testing as cases hit 21 with 1 death. Okay, cases now 24, not 21. But you can understand because it takes a bit, when the news comes in a bit late, the newspapers can't do anything about it. They've got a deadline. Also on COVID-19, 1,000 markets to be sensitized, provider logistics and disinfected, according to according to the local government minister, I guess. Stop COVID-19 infested ships from entering our ports, Maritime Authority directs. Let's seek Allah's help to stem the tide of COVID-19. And I spoke to the head of our health desk, Fred Smith, who was at Bemakam. That's where the deployment took place. The military is actually in charge of this disinfection exercise. They've got their men out there to do the job. The military is coming
Yeah, I love the military.
Yeah, we all
no
do.
bagawaya.
No way.
If you fool, they'll slap you. One time. This is COVID period.
Roland.
No.
Let's do the new publisher. My last paper, the new publisher.
No fooling around. Military.
All right, the new publisher front page. Ghana in danger zone as Sierra Leone sacks Ghana link over single window flop and revenue loss. Accra market shut down today. Edmond Che gives hand sanitizers to NPP. Stubborn pastor for court today. Arrested again for defying ban on public gatherings. Ifutu NDC parliamentary candidates in court for stealing. All right, that's what's on the front page of the new publisher newspaper. Roland?
All right, so let's do the daily guide. Has on the front page, this is tragic. You'll see the picture of the 61-year-old Lebanese male, Tariq Minkara, the late, is a man who passed. May his soul rest in peace. And it says COVID-19 kills man, 21 cases recorded. Ghana shut borders. And this one is following Saturday's broadcast by the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Arrivals, meanwhile quarantined. There are already pictures being shared by friends as well as strangers alike on social media about how they had been quarantined in some top hotels in Accra. Indeed, some of the hotels close to the Kotaka International Airport, and the food they'd been giving, very good. I'm not saying that being quarantined is a good thing, but I'm just talking about what so far has been reported by these.
Hey, that reminds me. Somebody sent us a message on Friday when we were having the conversation with a public health specialist. You've self-quarantined since Wednesday. You are probably watching us. You should be watching us. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Because his question was, he had been self-isolating, not having any symptoms since Wednesday when he arrived. Was it from the States? And he wanted to know if he could go back to normal life, but the doctor said no. So you should still be keeping yourself away.
Which day will today be then?
So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This is day 6.
Day 6.
You still have a bit of days to do.
Eight more days.
Yeah, I hope you're still isolating yourself.
So that'll be
that's
next week
really
Tuesday,
important.
please.
Yeah.
Self-isolate.
So if you still are, please send me a message and let me know so I can check on you every morning here on the show because you need the company. Yeah.
This is sad. This is sad. Okay, so also on the front page, emergency of restrictions bill now law. I don't know how it's emergency of restrictions bill now law. We shall just say emergency restrictions law passed.
But that's also correct. It was a bill. It's just now law.
Semantics, yeah. Recalcitrant pastor detained. And somebody Mama V knows so well.
Who's
Apostle
that?
Kofi Kansa
like I know him
in Sack.
Context like how?
Is it not the pastor you say, oh, this is not me?
Who said what?
Now, we law
No. Let's clarify
there's
that.
this one I'm interested in, we law. I want to grow cannabis for
Still,
export. No, I'm not going to share that.
Because they said it's not for consumption.
So I started making inquiries when I saw this immediately being reported by Joseph Opoku-Gakpo on our platform. And I'm told that it's a good thing. Ghana has passed a bill to decriminalize. I'm going to read this with all the best English pronunciation skills I have. Ghana, Parliament has passed a bill to decriminalize the use of cannabis for health and industrial purposes. Cannabis is also known in local parlance as Igbo, in Tampi, Egbe, we.
That's all in the story?
The Narcotics Control Commission Bill 2019.
What's your excitement, Roland?
Because us decriminalizing this will pave way for those of us who are interested in farming cannabis.
Okay. What's the side?
For industrial and medicinal purposes.
So you're looking solely at the positive side of it? What's the potential
I'm looking
negative?
at the industrial and medicinal use of cannabis.
Okay.
And if it's approved, the processes for growing cannabis.
Okay. So what's
I'm going to take land in areas around.
I get it. You can take a loan, whatever. You can farm. But I'm asking because have we? Okay. All right. All right. Just do your thing.
And I'm going to take lands around Hokwe, Jasikan, someone Likpe, Lolopi, and then areas around Wassa, you know, I mean, some of those areas. And Mamavi, I would want you to be part of my company.
Please do the headlines, so.
Okay. So other stories on the front page of the Daily Guide. Parties file addresses in Domelevo contempt case. Meanwhile, the DC for Bia East has died. Richard Chebure, may so rest in peace. Not of COVID, though. But on the back page, Mamavi, we have some of the big names. Fellaini contracting coronavirus. You know, Fellaini used to play for Manchester United, now plays in China. And then Dybala, a former AC Milan great, Paolo Maldini, also contracting it. But somebody who has died from it is a former player for Real Madrid, a former president of Real Madrid, dying of coronavirus, and he's in the person of Lorenzo Sanz. May so rest in peace for this, you know.
Yeah. Charlie.
It's real. Let's observe
it.
It
is. There's another Idris Elba video.
Yeah,
and that's also that's also one of the videos that we should play on our show this morning. Seriously, we should look for that as well.
Thinking that they cannot.
Yeah, because there was a lot of things being said about why we were either recording very low or we were not getting contracting, and he's got a word for us. Yeah,
I'm told that the Sky video is available.
Oh, okay, please, let's watch it. It's really important that we all do.
First. Well, there's another one, Mama.
Yeah, when you see the coffin.
They said it's the chapel of the hospital.
Yeah.
The same hospital.
Yeah.
The chapel of the hospital where they have lined
Exactly. That was actually the one I thought we were going to play.
Yeah.
And there's a bit where they show you the ICU, like the same units, where only one person out of the many who were brought there survived. And there are other people that, I mean, because you have to lie down for, I think, for about 15 minutes. The doctors will have to turn you or something like that. And it's almost like you're just waiting to die. I mean, it's horrific. But let's do myjoyonline.com. There are plenty of headlines.
In Spain today, the directive from the chief health officer is that they should take care of citizens who will be economically beneficial to the country. So if you're old...
What is that?
It means that if you're very, very old, the priority will be on younger patients.
Yeah, yeah. And there was another heartbreaking message in the UK yesterday. Yesterday was Mother's Day in some parts of the world, including the UK. And the message was, don't go and see your mother or your grandmother. Give them a call instead. And I was like, gosh, has it come to this? And that's because, you know, the older folks are more vulnerable to this whole disease. It's really sad that we're here today. Really, really sad. I saw a lot of flowers in one of the countries, not sure if it was Norway or one of those other countries, flowers being destroyed because, you know, typically on Mother's Day, a lot of people would buy flowers and give it to their loved ones, parents, you know, wives, as in mothers. And who cares about flowers today? Who cares about all the things that, you know, we fancy before? Today, it's just about keeping safe and staying alive. Yeah. Do we have time to do myjoyonline.com? Otherwise, this is where we have to end the review.
We do. We do have time.
All right.
We do have time.
Okay, so on myjoyonline.com, we've got some live updates, what's happening in our country today. 1,000 markets shut down for fumigation against deadly coronavirus. John Mahama wants to see government's plan, not just prayers against coronavirus. As Lawus's husband tests negative for coronavirus. Don't accept free nose mask from untrusted sources, according to experts. Germany bans groups of more than 2 to curb coronavirus. We know the Chancellor is in self-isolation. Lockdown now to halt spread of coronavirus. Bureau of Public Safety, Catholic Church in Northern Region implement no helmet, no entry to curb fatalities. ARS Church defies ban. Congregate to spray against coronavirus pandemic. All right, there are many more stories, including videos of stories that you may have missed on myjoyonline.com. You can always go and catch up. Some messages coming through on our WhatsApp. Well, we'll come back and share some of the messages, but I think there's one that's crucial. Let's see if I can open that. Okay. This one says, I want to know the particular TV station that Joy Learning has been taking place. So Joy Learning is a channel by itself. You need a multi-TV digibox to access. So if you have a multi-TV digibox, you can scan and try and get a channel. Otherwise, you need to get yourself a multi-TV digibox. Stay with us. We've got plenty more stories coming your way. First Sports.